Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to all of you. To those of you who are every Shabbat here, those of you who are here for the first time, those who are here especially celebrating Ezra's Bar Mitzvah. I know this is double special for this family because it's a little bit of a tikkun, a little bit of a healing, a fixing from Jonah's Bar Mitzvah, which was at the beginning of COVID, and that most of you could not cross the border to make it here. And Kabbalat Shabbat was only on Zoom for Jonah, and then Shabbat morning service, we couldn't remember, it was 10 or 20 people, but it's definitely not more than 20 people. So to be able to welcome so many of you who have come from so many places is such a blessing. And welcoming all of you who are joining us Kabbalat Shabbat from home on Zoom and on YouTube, we also welcome you. So I invite you for a moment to settle, to arrive, to be here. Now there's a lot of excitement. You'll have time to schmooze later. So just now, take a few moments. If it's comfortable for you, if it's right for you to close your eyes, put your feet on the ground, settle in a little bit. Take a few deep breaths. Become mindful of your breath. Mindful and aware that we are alive, you are alive, I am alive, each of us is alive. What a gift. We take it for granted that we can breathe. But each breath is another opportunity, another reminder that we are alive. I invite you to join me as we welcome Shabbat. If you didn't take a Siddur, we have Siddurim at the entrance. We'll be lighting Shabbat candles. And those of you at home, I invite you to bring your Shabbat candles to also our space. We can see you. I invite you to turn on your cameras and be with us. And those of you who are here, TBZ, we don't stay in one place. We move all around. So you are not staying in your place to light candles. You're coming with me to light candles with me. So please join me, especially Ezra and everybody else. Holy One of Blessing.
Holy One of Blessing.
Your presence fills creation.
Oh,
Your presence fills creation. Your presence fills creation. Holy One of Blessing.
Holy One of Blessing.
Your presence fills creation.
Oh,
Your presence fills creation.
Oh,
Your presence fills creation. We take a moment to lift up the prayers of our heart. Anything that you want to lift up this Shabbat, prayers of gratitude, prayers of blessing. Just take a moment in your heart to lift that up as we say the bracha in a moment together. We take 3 times from the light of the Shabbat candles and we say together the bracha, the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Eloheinu melech haolam Eloheinu melech haolam
Asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'adlik ner
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome to all of you. Again, I invite you to take a siddur if you didn't and go back to your places so we get to Kabbalat Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Ay, 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 ay. Page 2. The last stanza of Yedid Nefesh on page 2. Igale na ufros chavivi alai et sukat shlomecha. We ask God to help us uncover, discover, to spread over us God's chuppah of peace. So we have 6 Psalms for Kabbalat Shabbat. Each Psalm for each day of the week, and our practice activity is to take a moment between each Psalm to reflect on our week. Take a moment to just take stock at our days and lift up moments of gratitude, moments of blessing, something that you want to hold into this Shabbat. And part of that practice means also letting go all the rest, which is probably the hardest part of that. And putting away all that other things that are making noise and that are not helping us be present in this moment. So we'll be doing for each psalm a few moments of silence and singing a few verses of each psalm. And Ezra will be joining me as we go through these different psalms with Lechuner now, which is on page 3. Let's take a moment to reflect on Sunday. So take a moment of Sunday, Yom Rishon.
לכו נרננה לאדוני, נריע לצור אישנו, נקדמה פניו בתודה, בזמירות נריע לו.
Monday, Yom Sheni. Eight lines from the bottom of page 96.
השמיים ישמחו, השמיים, השמיים ישמחו, השמיים בית הגאלת ישמחו, השמיים, השמיים ישמחו, השמיים
שלישי, Tuesday. Page 6, the last two lines of Psalm 97.
Ay, 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 oh, ay, 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 ay,
Yom Revi, Wednesday. Page 8, number.
זמרו לאדוני בכינור, בכינור, בקול זמרה. זמרו לאדוני בכינור,
Yom Hamishi, Thursday. It's yesterday. Page 9, the last 3 lines from Psalm 99.
Ramemu
Ramemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho
Ramemu
Ramemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho Ay 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 Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho Ay 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 Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho Yom Shishi, Friday, lifting up a blessing from this morning, from today, preparing for Shabbat. I'm sure that for many of you is getting ready to arrive to celebrate with Ezra's bar mitzvah. So one more moment of meditation, reflecting on our Friday and our blessings of today and our gratitude of today. Page 10, the last 2 sentences. Ah, no, the whole song. He just decided we're doing it all. Avin, Amul Adonai, Avon
shalom.
Ay, 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 So we take all the things that we have lifted up through this week, all the blessings from each day, and we bring them as a present to Shabbat. The biggest present of Shabbat is letting go all the rest. Those at home, if you haven't yet, can add gratitude for this week in the chat, connecting with each other. Again, encouraging you to turn on your camera and be here with us. We can see you. You're present here with us. It's good to welcome you in this holy space. And we welcome Shabbat, bringing Shabbat into this space, to our homes, and bringing Shabbat out to the world. Because the world needs so much Shabbat. Because the gift of Shabbat is not just of a few hours of singing or 25 hours of whatever our Shabbat practice is or isn't, but it's the fact that we can bring the teachings of Shabbat, of rest, of mindfulness, of breathing, of being with each other, of being human beings and not human doings, to everything we do, also to Wednesday night. That's a challenge. So our practice is to bring Shabbat out to the world by walking out, physically walking out. We make you move here, out to the stairs of the shul together in the last dance of Kabbalah Shabbat. I asked you, we're a lot today, more than on a regular Friday night, not to stand on the door because on the people that are behind you cannot go. So go out and move to the sides so as many of us can go out. And I'll take a computer so I can virtually bring also all the people that are at home outside. But you can also go outside in your own homes, open a door, check out how beautiful it's outside your house. Look at the tree that is behind your kitchen window or anything that is there for you to remember that the world needs you and needs Shabbat, needs all of us. Page 12.
Echa dodi, likrat kala, bnei Shabbat,
Lecha dodi,
All the way to the sides. בלגן בשמחה ובצהלה היה טוב אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לך דודי לי כלכלה יאללה יאללה שבת לך דודי לי כלכלה יאללה 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 בני שבת תקבלה יאללה יאללה שבת נקבל לך איי 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 אליי איי 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 בני שבת נקבל לך דודי לקראת כלה בני שבת נקבל איי איי איי
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. You may be seated. So we turn to the Psalm of Shabbat. Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat is on page 15, Psalm 92. Practicing gratitude. Again, Tov Leodot Ladonai. It is good to be grateful to God. It's good to practice gratitude. Josh, would you put it on gallery view so I don't see myself? I see the people. Thank you.
Ay, 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 ay,
Thank you.
ay, 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 ay,
Last two lines from 15.
עוד ינובון בשיבה, דשנים ורעננים יהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני צורי ולא עוולתה
Shalom again. Welcome to all of you.
Shalom.
It's really wonderful to see so many of you, to welcome you this Shabbat, to celebrate Ezra's Bar Mitzvah, to welcome you from so many places. And looking forward to these Shabbat celebrations. And this week we read Parshat Naso. And the parasha has many things in it, and we will learn from Ezra a lot tomorrow about the Nazarite, the Nazir. And I'm going to say something about the Nazir, but it's different from what you're saying, so do not worry about it. The laws of the Nazir appear in this week Parsha, and just to say it in short, the Nazir is a person that becomes a Nazarite by means of a vow, and there's all these things that they take upon themselves, including restrictions like not drinking, not cutting their hair. Very known one is Samson, Shimshon. That's people know about Nazarites. And there is this idea that in our tradition, there is this notion of a Nazir, though, as we know, it is not as central as in other religions where, and they also are celibate and they don't have a family. And as we know, in our tradition, this is not as central, but it exists. It exists as a vow that ones take upon themselves in a way to be closer to the divine, to be closer to God, or to answer to any vows that they want to fulfill. And we'll learn more about that tomorrow. But there's a midrash in the Talmud, in the Gemara, that I always go back every time I go back to the laws of the Nazarite. And it's a story about a Nazir that has been fulfilling this vow and has been living a really holy life dedicated to God, and restricting himself from all these things that he's supposed to, so he can be closer to God. And one day he goes out, I think to the woods, I don't know, somewhere in nature, and he sees this lake, this pond, something, water. And he looks at it and he sees himself reflected. And he has this beautiful, the Talmud tells us, beautiful, long hair, curly hair, taltalim, like beautiful. And he looks at it and he looks at himself, at his reflection. He says, how beautiful I am. I'm so beautiful. And then he looks at himself and says, oh, I have to stop this. I have to go and cut my hair. And he goes back, he cuts his hair, and he finishes his vow of Nazarite and decides, I cannot be a Nazir anymore. And I'm simplifying this story. But I find this story to be incredibly profound and incredibly important for our modern times too. Because what this story teaches me is that many times we make choices or take upon ourselves vows or mitzvot to try to be close to God, to be the best we can, and we do it with so much fervency. And the limit, the boundary, the place that it can go from a place of humility to a place of arrogance can switch in a moment. Oh, I am so holy. I'm holier than thou, right? And we all do that at times. I am such a good person. I am fulfilling all my values, whatever those values are. I'm fighting for a world that is just, and I'm doing it because I believe in this. And then very quickly that becomes, I'm doing it because of my own self, my own ego, my own arrogance. And what is so powerful about that story is that the moment when he realizes that what he thought that was making him holy, closer, more close to God, better, was actually making him more arrogant. And that's a teaching. It's a teaching for me every day. It's a teaching for all of us every day. When we look at ourselves, at the choices we make, at the ways we live our lives, at the things that we take so seriously, that righteous indignation that we have for so many things, when does that become actually arrogance and not righteous indignation? it can easily become arrogance. And in that moment, hopefully we look at our curls, that speaks to me, the curls, and we go and decide to cut them. Because at that moment, we have to recognize that that's not serving really the biggest purpose, the greatest purpose, serving only our own selves. So that's a teaching that I always take from this parasha, from the idea of what does it mean to be a Nazir. And to dedicate ourselves to God is also recognized when our dedication crosses the boundaries to a place of arrogance. Shabbat Shalom. If you are able to rise, I'll be calling you for the call to worship on page 19. Page 19, Mariv, call to worship. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai Amvorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed. You may be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. ומעביד יום ומביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה אדוני צבאות שמו אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני המרים הרבים page 20
We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love, unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. על כן אדוני אלוהינו ושוכבנו במקומנו נסיח ברוכך ונשמח מדעתך ומצוותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגע יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. Middle of page 25, the blessing of Geulah, of redemption. ומלכותו ורצון קיבלו עליהם מרים משה בני ישראל לחנו שירה ושמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות אוסף למלכותך רבנך בוקם לפני משה זה אלינו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כיפת אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. 26 השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך ושיינו מהרה למען שמך בהגן בעדינו והסר מעלינו אויב דבר וחרב ורעב ויגון והסר שטן מלפנינו ומחרנו בצל כנפיך תסתירנו כל שומרנו מצילנו אתה כל מלך חנון ורחום אתה ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם. ופרוס עלינו ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו על כל עמו ישראל ירושלים ועל כל העולם. We rise as you are able, if you are able, for Veshambru on page 27. ושמרו בני ישראל לדורותם בריתו Shabbat
v'hi
We transition to the Amidah of Shabbat, which is on page 29, and silently. Our practice activity, this is the third time I say this, we ask you to move. We don't like when you stay in the same place, is to actually find a different place to stand for the Amidah. And we have these two faith quilts to inspire you to find the right place for you to stand. On my right is a faith quilt that represents chesed, loving kindness. And on my left is a faith quilt that represents gvura, strength, boundaries. And the balance between chesed and gvura is tiferet, it's beauty. It's that balance between the capacity to have both boundaries and loving kindness. And if you would like to face Yerushalayim, that's actually towards my right wing, the windows on the right. But wherever it is, we ask you to find a different place where to stand during the Amidah, transitioning through the Chatzi Kaddish and then the silent Amidah. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועל מה דיברה חירותה, וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, ובזמן קריב ויאמרו יש מרבה מברך לעולם ולעלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמד הקדושה לילה מן כל ברכתו ושירתו תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם בעלמא ויאמרו
אמן. שלום.
במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל. If you are able to rise for Aleinu, please do so, page 44. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו עם גויי ארצות, ולא שמנו עם משפחות אדמה, שלא שם חלקנו עמהם, וגורלנו עם כל עמונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על
כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. We extend our condolences to Cantor Becky Kittrick, teacher, musician, and former director of TBZ's Beit Rabban program on the death of her father, Yuli Wexler, and to Mike Zalis and his fiancée, Barbara Oskova, and Mike's children, Talia and Jacob, on the death of Mike's father, Orestes' son, Brand Zelis. Mike is still sitting Shiva, and there are 2 more nights that we can visit him on Sunday and Monday. Also condolences to Josh Greenberg, who is doing our Zoom today on the death of his grandmother this past week. This week we also commemorate the yahrzeit of Ayala Ben Ishai, Miguel Biller, Robert Brownstein, A. Malcolm Cohen, Abraham Klein, Brina Krakow, Bernard Lerner, Ann Stein, and Shulamit William. If you are mourning or commemorating a yahrzeit, or your custom is to rise for the mourner's Kaddish, please do so. Kaddish Yatom, page 48. At home, if you want to add more names in the chat, please do so. Kaddish Yatom. If there are names, if there are names, any names to add? And if there's any names for people that are here that would like to be added, Kaddish Yatom on page 48. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
Amen.
ועלמה דברה חירותה וימליך מלכותה בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יאש שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירם בעלמה ואמרו אמן.
אמן.
יאש למה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
אמן.
עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו על כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן.
Amen.
You may be seated. Okay, give a couple of announcements, then we are going to bless each other, then we are going to say Kiddush. Ezra will lead us on Kiddush. And then those of you who are guests of the Eichler Neimer family will go downstairs for your Shabbat dinner. And those of you who are not, we have a few very light snacks. If people didn't eat them on the way in, I was like, I should cover them. If not, I know where they are more, so don't worry about that. And we can schmooze and be outside a little bit. It's so beautiful to have a little time together for those of you who want to stay for a little bit more. Tomorrow, Torah study at 9 a.m. downstairs, and then 10 a.m. the service celebrating the Bar Mitzvah of Ezra. We are very excited. I also want to say, if your Shabbat practice allows it, fits in your Shabbat practice, a group of part of our TBZ Gun Violence and Violence Action Group is actually joining tomorrow the March of Our Lives in Boston, and it's meeting at 2:30 p.m. at the Aquarium T-Stop, the Blue Line, and heading there over together. This is the best thing ever. The Marxists are walking after Aleinu. Sorry, it's an internal joke of the TBZ community. Dan, I had to say it out loud. After Aleinu, tomorrow before Aleinu, please, okay? Thank you. Oh, yeah, I know. It's a joke of the TBZ community when these guys arrive. Okay, so. So again, if the TBZ is going, a group of TBZers are going to the March for Our Lives, again, 2:30 tomorrow, so you can come to shul, have kiddush, and even go to the March of Our Lives. Judy Shechtman is going to be organizing a group. I think Judy is online, I'm not sure, but thank you, Judy, and the Gun Violence Group for taking TBZ representing in this very, very important march. I'll announce two more things. One is this coming Thursday, we have our biannual community meeting. It's going to be on Zoom, learning about the state of the shul, our strategic goals, and meeting our new executive director, which begins his job this Wednesday. Also a fellow Canadian. What's happening here? It's happening. And next Friday is Shabbat Nariya. It's our monthly musical Kabbalat Shabbat and Pride Shabbat. We're going to do Friday night Nariya and Pride. It's going to be wonderful. And then the Monday after, we're having a wonderful event, which I'm going to announce especially because Jeremy is part of that event. It's discussing singing and drinking the spiritual wisdom of Bob Dylan. Stephen Arnoff from Jerusalem wrote this book called About Man, God, and Love, about the spiritual wisdom of Bob Dylan, and Jeremy is going to be interviewing Stephen here, and then we will be singing some Dylan stuff. Next time we'll do a Leonard Cohen in honor of you guys, okay? But this time we're on Dylan. We will also be having signature Heaven's Door whiskey, rye, and bourbon to try. So really a good Dylan night here at TBZ in person, and it will be also streamed on Zoom. And the world works in so interesting ways because this Shabbat is the bar mitzvah of Ezra, Jeremy's son, and it's the bat mitzvah of the daughter of Stephen in Jerusalem this Shabbat. So I spoke to Stephen today. I said, the two of you guys are celebrating bar mitzvah of your children. Next week we can talk about Dylan. So that's great. So it's wonderful to have this program, and that Jeremy will be joining us for that. Always when you come to TBZ, bring crackers and soup for family table. So our practice is to bless each other, all of us. You have to come closer, then come close, and connect with each other. Come close. Don't be afraid of coming close. Here, next to me too. Hey, come here. So afraid of getting that dirty.
יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוני
Next to Noah.
פניו אליך, ויחונך יישא אדוני פניו אליך, וישם לך שלום, וישם לך שלום.
And these words are in this week parasha.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
וישם לך שלום.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. וישם לך שלום. וישם לך שלום. May Adonai bless you and keep you. May Adonai enlighten you and be gracious to you. May Adonai's face be lifted towards you and grant you peace and tranquility. Amen.
Amen.
Ezra, come here. Need to next to the mic. Everybody stay around here. Don't go back. Here. Stay. Okay. Turn right side. Okay, to this mic. Here. Okay.
Savrei Rabotai,
L'chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Asher kichana b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, V'shabbat kodsho b'yava uvratzon, Chinchi lanu, Zikaron l'maaseh breshit. Ki hu yom tehila lemikra kodesh. זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי באנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה ורצון, חינכתנו. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. Drink. It's great to someone. Drink. Oseh shalom bimrama. Uyaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. ואמרו
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom to everybody at home. Thank you for joining us too. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.